If silver were to ever break above $50, 2024 definitely has what it takes for that to happen. Two wars, billions upon billions handed over that we simply don't have. Can't forget the possibility of banks failing, which happened a few months ago, and who can really say if they will get bailed out this time? BRICS nations taking over, the 2024 election and all the controversy, riots, and chaos, which also affects the economy, which in return affects the price of silver, and who wins that election in the direction they plan to take the US. The US dollar getting denominated as the world's reserve currency, and so many other variables all happening at the same exact time. So to confidently say silver won't do anything next year is, in my opinion, a foolish statement. And to say it definitely will is also foolish. But given the circumstances, I could argue that there's a better chance that it will do something than won't. Welcome back, my friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Silver Slayer, the channel that brings you silver stacking videos every single day of the week. So if you enjoy silver, then make sure to subscribe, like the video, and click the bell so you're always up to date with the latest silver news. First things first, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you guys are having a wonderful time with friends and family and eating lots of turkey and just good vibes. And I know sometimes the holidays aren't the best for people, so if you're someone who's alone or feeling lonely or down or depressed, just comment in my videos. I promise there will be somebody else, at least some other person that is feeling the same as you, or even someone who's doing great that's willing to talk to you. You are not alone. We all share the same passion, and I promise there's a community surrounding you that is willing to love and help you out and conversate with you. So please feel free to use our community on this channel to help you out if you are someone who's feeling a little down. Or even if you're just in a great mood, talk to another stacker, make it even better. A few days ago, an article titled XRP, which stands for Ripple, which is a cryptocurrency, and silver will both move higher in 2024. We're not going to pay attention to Ripple. Quick note though, Ripple is owned by a central bank, which is, that's the first crypto that was. There's also other cryptos like USDC, which is USD coin, which is pegged to the dollar. There's also Tether, which is pegged to the dollar. But Ripple is the first one that's owned by central banks. Regardless though, we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about why silver is going to move higher in 2024. So both Ripple and silver are highly correlated. Both price charts show a lot of similarities. Both Ripple and silver want to resolve higher in 2024. I'm sure you're wondering, why would Ripple, a cryptocurrency, be so highly correlated with silver? You have to remember, crypto is very similar to silver. You are taking control of your wealth. You're taking the power away from centralized systems, which is kind of ironic that a centralized bank owns Ripple, but the whole point is crypto is decentralized. There's no bank of Bitcoin. There's no Bitcoin police. There's no Ripple police. Everything is decentralized, and if someone wants to make a change on the blockchain, everyone has to publicly vote. It's the exact opposite of our financial system. And same with silver. When you put fiat into silver, you've taken control of your own wealth. So you can see how silver and crypto and precious metals are very similar, and why banks hate both of those. But anyways, that's something to pay attention to. And when we're looking at silver, even if you hate crypto, you have to remember there's a lot of similarities. I always say if you can't hold it, you don't own it. The physical metal instead of a digit on a screen, but they do have the same attributes. So silver wants to move higher in 2024. Interestingly, both Ripple and silver have similarities on their chart. This is noting new. I think they meant to say nothing new, or noting new. We pointed to this correlation already many years ago. It is just that the chart setups of both Ripple and silver are so strongly correlated that it's almost a given that both will move higher in 2024. I like that. That's a very strong opinion. I mean, they say it's almost a given. And like I said in the introduction, anyone who says for sure, I think is foolish, but it's looking more than not that something big will happen. Everyone is very bullish on silver right now. And by the way, do you guys like when I do those introductions before my actual introduction comes in? Like that little script I usually do that's mentioning what the video is going to be about. Let me know if you guys like those. But anyways, here's the market sizes of Ripple and silver. Before looking into the charts, we share a few data points that help us understand the market size of both assets. Ripple has a market cap of $32 billion at the time of writing, and Ripple's 61 cents. Remember, it's only Tether and USDC that are pegged to the dollar. But the fully diluted market cap of Ripple is closer to 61 billion. The total value of all cryptocurrencies combined is $1.38 trillion. So Ripple has a share of 2.3% against the total crypto market. The estimated value of all silver in existence is around 600 million. And silver sitting at $23 an ounce. This is based on the total silver mined to date, which is some 1.4 billion kilograms of silver, taking into account the silver corrodes and just under half of the silver no longer exists as a metal, and a lot of it's mined. Most silver that's mined is thrown away within a couple of decades. So the largest silver ETF, which is the SLV, is worth some $10 billion at the time of writing. So here is the long-term Ripple chart and secular silver chart. We have covered the longest time frames of both Ripple and silver extensively, in fact, even in the public space, much more so in the premium services, which obviously we don't care about too much. And remember, folks, I'm not trying to make a video about Ripple at all. It's about silver, but since they are so closely correlated, we need to look at this, right? Because if something is very closely matching silver's price in the way it moves, then we should look at it, correct? Even if it is crypto. You have to look at all angles, and you can't be closed-minded when information is telling you something. So we emphasize the unusually strong long-term chart structure of Ripple, particularly in the following articles. So they go into these. But moreover, when it comes to silver, we emphasize that silver has the longest bullish reversal pattern maybe ever. We explain this in the following articles. Silver price forecast for 2024, 50-year silver price chart. Maybe I'll cover some of these. Let me actually link that first one. So here's the daily silver chart, featuring both Ripple and silver highlights similarities, especially in the shape of the bullish reversal pattern for both exhibit. Chart shows Ripple's doubled in value this last year, while silver's on the verge of confirming its secular breakout. The solid performance underscores the upside potential of these investments. Wow. So it really is. And I even covered an article from this guy who doesn't go off the economy, doesn't even go off charts too much. He goes off Fibonacci, the Fibonacci mathematical levels, and he broke that down into psychology. I mean, this guy was extremely bullish on silver, and he came from an angle I've never seen before. So if all these different people, from myself that looks at the fundamentals, from someone who looks at CPI data, interest rates, someone who looks at the charts from just the chart perspective, someone who's looking at it, comparing it and contrasting it with other assets that move similar to silver, they're all looking very bullish. They're all pointing towards very high silver prices, and all of these people have their own reasons why. And even more so when you look at all of them combined, and then what I said in the introduction, what's happening in the economy or globally, geopolitically. It's foolish to say something 100% will happen, but man, it's pointing towards higher silver prices. So, looking at the correlation between Ripple and silver, we can draw some interesting conclusions. While they are different assets with distinct characteristics, their price movements seem to align in a way that suggests a positive correlation. This correlation implies that Ripple continues its upward trajectory. Silver is likely to follow. So, the year 2024 will be a pivotal point for both silver and Ripple investors, which I agree. Our earlier Ripple and silver forecast met with skepticism at the same time is gradually being validated by the solid performance of these assets. The chart showcasing the correlation between Ripple and silver highlights the possibilities that lie ahead for investors. While current market conditions in crypto may have already propelled Ripple somehow higher, the best is yet to come. And this applies to silver after an epic rise in rates, particularly 10-year yields of historical proportions. It looks like rates are coming down, which opens the door for silver to finally stage its long-awaited and long overdue breakout. Anyways, I think this was a good article, and I'm actually not mad that they brought Ripple into this, because, like I said, to look at something from all different angles, especially something that's correlated with silver or so closely moving with the price that it's hard to ignore, then why would you just not mention that? Because it's something that's not that's not precious metals. Crypto, especially since crypto and precious metals both have that distinct characteristic of being detached from the dollar. Yeah, folks, silver is looking very bullish. And right now is the perfect time to buy, because who knows if we'll ever see $23 silver again. I'm being honest, who knows if we will ever see these prices. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people wishing they could go back to, to November 23rd, 2023 and buy silver at $23 an ounce. People will be wishing they could do that in the future. They'll be looking at you and saying, man, you bought silver at $23 an ounce. Man, I wish I did that back in 2023. That's going to happen. I mean, that's a given. Yeah, take advantage. If you wanted to purchase some, then I recommend buying through Miles Franklin. Send an email to info@milesfranklin.com. Let them know Silver Slayer sent you. They'll hook you up. Andy Sheckman is the CEO. Great guy, great company, great prices. Silver, gold, and platinum deals every single Monday. If you guys want to know what those deals are, ask them. There's always silver, gold, and platinum deals, so whatever you like. Remember, info@milesfranklin.com. Let them know I sent you. And folks, have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Like I said, even if you're alone right now or feeling down, just leave a comment, and I promise there will be people in there willing to talk to you and hopefully make you feel better. Let me know what you're grateful for as well. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.